My name is Kathleen Liang. I am the Kellogg Distinguished Professor of Sustainable Agriculture at the North Carolina Agriculture and Technical State University. I'm also the director with the Center for Environmental Farming Systems, which is a three-way partnership between NC State University, NCA&T, and the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. We are at a small farm unit, which is one of the 6 research units at the Research Farm Cherry Research Station. And our focus at the small farm unit is to demonstrate small-scale operation utilizing organic practice and other environmental friendly practice to help small farmers to be profitable. In the morning, we started with the upper field, and then we moved to the lower field. The whole small farm unit is 30 acres. 15 acres are certified organic, and the 15 acres are not. So when we started in the morning, the upper field, we saw a small plot that's a half an acre, that's a wholly certified organic. We had kohlrabi, which is an Asian European vegetable. We saw fresh dill. We saw a specialty gourd, and the same ones like in our background here we're seeing. And then we also have specialty lettuce, and we have golden beets up in the upper field. I came to North Carolina 4 years ago to take on this position, and I was born and raised in Taiwan. When I came to North Carolina, I knew that North Carolina ranked on top as one of the highest agriculture productivity kind of states in the U.S. But I also realized that with my background and my cultural preference, I would prefer to eat my own vegetables from my hometown, Southeast Asia. I really had a hard time to find those vegetables unless I go to Raleigh, Durham, some of the large Asian grocery stores. And I noticed that those vegetables are very expensive. So when I took on this job, I was curious. Would it be possible for me to introduce these Asian, European, South American specialty vegetables to fulfill the needs, which is an increasing immigration level and the increasing participation in the ethnic market, which the census information actually shows in North Carolina area, we have a very large number in growing population, which are diversified population from different countries with different cultural demand. So I started growing these specialty vegetables 2-3 years ago with the goal is to help North Carolina small farmers or any farmers who are looking into the ethnic market as an opportunity to increase their profit level and also to expand our market domain to fulfill the needs of those diverse population in North Carolina. Because I was looking for these specialty vegetables, right? And I talked to the Asian grocery store managers. From time to time, I asked them where your vegetables came from. They told me they buy them from New York, from California, and even from overseas. So I'm just wondering, I said, we are sitting on such a wonderful land, which is the top agriculture state. We should be able to grow these vegetables to sell to our own people and to sell back to New York and the other metropolitan area like DC. We are in a great location with Myrtle Beach, which is a really popular vacation land. And we're very close to Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky area. There's a huge population about international demand too on these specialty produce. So the reason I'm growing them is number one, I want to see can we grow them in the southeast domain. Number two, if we can grow them where the market opportunity is, and then we can help with farmers to identify market opportunities in collaboration with NCDA. I was very fortunate to receive a grant from NCDA Specialty Crop Program that supported me to test out new varieties that we're producing here you saw earlier today. Those varieties include kohlrabi, bitter melon, fuzzy gourd, flowering chives, and the blue sweet potato. Those are the varieties that are popular for Asian, European, and South American cuisine. And I also grow them for medicinal purpose. That's one thing I wrote in the grant specifically for the ethnic market, is to look at so-called multifunctional crops. And those crops are edible fruit, but they also have other parts of the vegetables you can use. The bitter melon we saw earlier, the melon itself is a produce. The bitter melon leaves we can boil as a tea. People can drink them to reduce inflammation and get other health, reduce the chronic disease, those kind of problems. There are a lot of journal articles talking about the scientific merit of those produce. So with the NCDA specialty crop grant, I was able to introduce these specialty crops that are not very popular in North Carolina, with the hope is to help North Carolina farmers to recognize how to grow them, how to use them, and how to sell them. What I like to add to the end of the interview is, this year, because of COVID-19, we did not and we were not able to add any fertilizer or soil supplement to our operation. Everything you see from our recording documentation today is a great example that small farmers could be profitable and do it in a very easy, simple, cheap way, because we don't have any fertilizer or supplement in our production process. We rely on 100% cover crop operation over the years to improve the soil nutrient and the interaction with the microbe under the soil. So this is a very successful operation, and it's my pleasure to share it with everybody. Thank you.